Hello, everyone. Welcome to a fun little live session that Nick and I thought we'd throw together just to give you a little bit more information about Woodworking in America, which is coming up this weekend. Right, Nick? Friday, Saturday, and if you're taking the classes, part of Sunday as well. I will be in attendance, as will Mr. Nick Ferry here, if you're not familiar with that man over there. He is a cool guy.
It's almost like a forced thing. Like I paid you to say that, which, by the way, the PayPal money should be over there soon. But
good. All right. Yeah. Good. All right. Full disclosure, I was paid to say this.
Yes. Yes.
So we wanted to just kind of hop on real quick, do a little live chat. If you guys have questions for us, we'll answer those as well, and we'll go through a little bit of information about what the booth, some prizes, a fun little announcement that Nick is really excited about, and I think everyone else is going to be excited about, and I'm pretty excited about it as well. So if you're not familiar, as I said, it's going to be at, I didn't say where it's going to be. It's in Kansas City this year. This weekend, the 20-something, 5th, I think. Yep, 25th, 26th, and part of the 27th. Myself and a bunch of other online YouTube content creators are actually getting a booth there at Woodworking in America in their marketplace. So they have a nice place where everyone can come and meet and greet everybody that you watch here on the internet. And the cool thing, the fun thing about it is, though, it's not just for the viewers that are going to be meeting each other. It's us. So, well, not me and Nick. We've met each other before, but there's a lot of other creators that I have not met before, but I have spoken to and I've watched their videos. So it feels like I kind of know them, but I'm going to have that same experience that anyone else would meeting them. So I'm looking forward to meeting everyone that is also a creator or just a viewer.
Yes. Very much so. Yeah, I agree. It's to meet and greet the viewers and stuff. That's going to be awesome in and of itself. But also, like you said, to meet the other content creators, because a lot of us either email back and forth or we do these Google Hangouts back and forth and stuff like that. And I think it'll be interesting to just kind of talk shop and share the weekend together. It
is going to be very interesting.
You want me to just bust right into like what some of the stuff that's going to be at the booth?
You bust it.
All right. The one that I'm like super stoked about, this Bad Mama Jamma flyer handout, whatever you want to call it. It is got a nice crisp, clean black background, and it's got everybody that is attending the booth on it, as well as our very, very kind sponsors and a couple of really cool coupon codes for them as well. And we're going to be handing these out like nobody's business. So that's one thing you can expect at the booth. And I'm sure that the content creators will be oh so kind to sign those if anyone so chooses. Also, these Bad Mama Jammas, the inaugural event 2015 Kansas City VideoWoodworkers.com sticker.
Did you spell inaugural right?
I have no idea. It'd be like a
Looks right to me.
If it's spelled wrong, what do they call that? An error card. It would be like an error card. You guys tell me out in the comment section, is inaugural spelled correctly? I want to know. So, anyways, those stickers are going to be available for the people that show up to the show. And with all that sticker craze, sticker swaps, these are going to be hard to find. You got to go to the show. Anyways, that's really, really cool. And then I don't know why, but Matt Cremona had me make up a few hundred of these. Enter to win name, phone, email. I would like to know more about this, Matt.
You can win an identity.
Oh, I can win an identity.
No, we have some great prizes that will be there at the booth. So if you fill out one of those little cards, we'll be doing a drawing. Nick, when's the drawing?
The drawing will be the second after the afternoon on Saturday. We'll draw.
Thank you.
Yes.
Perfect. So we have a few prizes from our sponsors. Craig has provided 2 of these, the K4 kits. So we have 2 of those to give away. We also have from Craig a DIY project kit. This bad boy right here. It's got a rip cut, so like a little edge guide for breaking down plywood with your circular saw. You got a little pocket hole jig, and you got a shelf pin jiggy duty there. And
I actually got to use one of those back in I forget what month it was, but the kit is actually well put together because it allows somebody with a circular saw and a sheet of plywood
to build all these things.
Make a cabinet.
Look at all those things. You could build any of those things. Just pick one and build it.
You can even pocket hole screw your dovetails together.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah,
it's your shop.
It is a cool kit. Like I said, you get a sheet of plywood, and all of a sudden you can make cabinets out of it. So.
We also have some prizes from Rockler. We have the fully loaded T-track table. If you go to the Video Woodworkers website, there is a picture of it along with like all the monstrous amounts of accessories that come with that kit. It's ridiculous. I have it here. I didn't bring it out in the shop because it's kind of heavy and I don't feel like lugging it through my house, but I get the tabletop as a stand. It has the the hold downs and a little like pockets to put stuff and some clamps and all kinds of stuff with the kit. Now there's also some other things that are not part of the kit or part of that T-track table kit that we have as well. We've got some bandy clamps. We have an easy mixing mate that for like mixing paint, that cool thing. And you spin the top and it mixes inside the little rotors. That thing's pretty sweet. We've got the silicone glue applicator kits. We have some of those. We have a dust right separator and one of those, what are they called? The hose, the universal hose kit. Is that what it's called? It fits anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's it. I got a whole list, but I'm not sure which are part of the kit and which aren't. So I just read off the ones that I know for sure aren't part of the kit.
Well,
I think everything else is.
That Rockler T-track table. I know that when we were going through all the specifics, it's over $750 worth of stuff retail. Mm-hmm. And Ted Alexander actually won one of those in one of the YouTube woodworking contests. And I know he uses it a lot. So I've never used one, but I know Ted personally uses it a lot. So that's pretty cool. That's a big bad mamma jamma.
Oh, it is. I picked it up. It's yeah. A lot of weight there. I had these boxes. I picked the first one. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I went to go put the second one. It was a lot heavier than the first one. Same size, much higher density.
And then also Clearview, right? They're giving away?
Yep, Clearview is giving away a few of the CVO6s.
The mini.
I'll grab mine.
I could have grabbed mine too. But so yeah, that's really cool too. If you don't have a Cyclone for your shop vac or anything like that, Clearview stepped up to give away a couple of their mini CVO6s that Matt has sitting right next to him.
Oh, these guys.
Yeah.
You see that? You can kind of see that. The wheels, the casters, the bucket, and the little baby miniaturized Cyclone, which is like the coolest thing ever because it literally looks like a giant Cyclone, but tiny.
I'm glad you went to grab yours because mine is kind of buried behind a couple pieces of wood right now.
Mine was too, but I'm more committed.
So that's really super cool. And yeah, the sponsors are just stellar. Like, knock it out of the park. Awesome. Because, without everybody helping out and contributing and all that, it really wouldn't be possible to do these things. And who knows? This might be a one-time thing. It might be an ongoing thing. We might be able to do more of these in different cities. And partially to help fund that as well, we are getting 10-inch table saw blades, and we are going to try and have all of the participants, as many as we can get, to sign those table saw blades. That way, if you can't make it to the show, you will be able to bid on a silent auction on those signed table saw blades. And in fact, if you go over to videowoodworkers.com right now, right on the homepage, there's a big old autograph auction saw blade. You can't miss it. I mean, click on that, and you'll be able to put in your name, your email, and your bid amount in US dollars, because it is open worldwide. But that way, like I said, if you're not able to actually make it to the show in person and you want something to take home from the show, that would be it. So that's going to help pay for the booth, not only this year, but hopefully try and fund additional events, because we have no idea. I mean, if this goes over pretty decent, that would be super, super duper cool. Right, Matt?
I would do it again. Before I haven't even done it, I will do it again.
And yeah, that's it's a silent auction. You basically put your bid amount. All the little rules, blah blah, are right up there. you're responsible for the shipping if you win. So just keep that in mind if you're in China or Germany, that these are shipping out of the U.S. and you're responsible for the shipping. So you'll be notified via email if you win. And yeah, then we can calculate the shipping costs and stuff. Now, granted, it's only a 10-inch saw blade, but I have no idea how much it costs to ship a 10-inch saw blade to, say, Germany or something. But yeah, that's I'm pretty stoked about that. I mean, I actually told Matt to pick up an extra blade, and I believe April did as well, because I want one of those blades. And heck, if you're going to the show, bring your table saw blade. Bring whatever, you know. I'm sure all these guys would be more than willing to autograph that for you and sign it. That way, little memorabilia.
Yeah, whatever you want. Saw blade, whatever, workbench, body, whatever. We'll sign it.
Because knowing me, I'll probably make like this gnarly shadow box to put behind me with like a velvet lined interior, anti-glare glass, like a little portrait light on it. Like, oh. I really did want one. I was like, yeah, heck yeah, sign me up for that. or if you're going, you know, you can just have them sign the little handout too. I got those silver Sharpie markers, and you can sign them bad mama jammas.
That's a nice handout right there.
Yeah.
Someone has some pretty good layout skills.
I would concur. Yeah, I just designed them up in Photoshop. He's just giving me some props. But yeah, I think. Oh, one announcement that is that's an unfortunate announcement, but Carl Jacobson, awesome master wood turner Carl Jacobson, is going to be unable, unfortunately, to attend in person. It was a last-minute family emergency had come up, and Carl sends his best. He was really upset that he couldn't go, and I'm like, no, man, family first. Just take care of your stuff. And he was pretty bummed about that. But it sounds like Carl will. He's going to do a video, and he's going to turn something. And I don't even know if I told this to Matt yet, but
nope, first time I'm hearing it.
There you go.
This is my reaction. Real reaction.
Carl's such a nice guy. He felt so bad. He goes, "Hey, let me do a video. Let me turn something, and then you guys can auction that off. That way, you know." And I'm like, "That's awesome." And you know, chances are we'll take him up on that. So you know, definitely check out the videowoodworkers.com website for any of that type of stuff, because that would be really cool. But anyways, yeah, just to that was about the only announcement. Everyone else, I'll just run through the list real quick.
Go for
Frank Howarth. We got him as kind of a late entry. He didn't see the original invite. So that was super awesome that he saw that in time. So we got him on the list. We got the one and only April Wilkerson is going to be there. Yours truly here, Matt Cremona.
That's me.
Myself, Nick Ferry, David Pachuto, Steve Ramsey, Laney Shaughnessy, Jimmy DeRista, Steve Carmichael, Bob Claggett, Drew Short, Chris Shea, Shop.
Yeah.
I kept saying Shops with Chris. You're like, that's probably a different YouTube channel, but Shop with Chris Shea does all the no electricity. Jay Bates, our good old buddy Jay Bates, Jack Howling, and Dima Gamayunov. So if that's not a powerhouse of like awesome channels, now you know why I wanted a saw blade signed. I'm just as giddy as anyone else. So.
We got a good question here from Keith Powers in the chat. Yes, are you guys selling anything for yourselves? I think I'm going to bring a few cutting boards in case someone wants to buy a cutting board. I'm not going to have them at the booth. Probably keep them in my hotel room, so if anyone wants to buy one, I'll have them there. That's all I'm going to have, though. I don't have any other swag to sell. I know a few other people are going to be bringing like T-shirts, maybe some stickers or something to sell. Are you doing any of that stuff, Nick?
I haven't decided. I'm bringing a bunch of stickers, bunch of Nick Ferry stickers. I'm not selling them. If you want to come up to me at the show and say, "Hey, what's going on?" Shake my hand. That's, you know, I'll at least give you a sticker out of it.
All right, I'm guaranteed a sticker.
There you go. So yeah, so if
another one.
But I might bring some shirts and similar to Matt. I'll probably just, you know, if somebody's, you know, wanting something, you can always talk to me. You can always talk to me about it, and if you're wanting a shirt or something like that. And I might even do like a coupon code if you just want to order them online instead. But Steven just asked, no Wood Whisperer, and then a frowny face. Yeah, no, we invited Mark. We talked with Mark and everything. He pretty much knew he wasn't going to be able to attend in person.
Yeah, he
So
knew
that
his
would have been,
daughter was going to be born around sometime
yeah, because
around
Mark,
here.
yeah, just had a child, and yeah, he
Like
pretty
last
much,
week, I think, or was it 2 weeks ago? It was last week.
I think it was last week. So I mean,
Congratulations, Mark.
yes, very much so. Congratulations to you too, Matt. Your baby's not that old, like probably about 60 days old right now.
Today is day 60. Yes.
Oh my god! I literally was like, I was just rounding numbers. That's so cool.
I can think about it because I did the vlog every day. So yesterday was 59. Today is 60.
I just want to make sure I let you know I was like rounding, like not that I'm sitting over here with an abacus and I'm like, David Cremona is 60 years old. You're like, I'm not a creep.
Pretty good though.
Sam Howard, is Matthias Wano going to be building? They're building a wood drill press or something. No, Matthias is involved. He's a supporter of the group, but he's not able to attend in person. Just wasn't in the cards for that one either. But no, super cool. It should be an awesome time. I know a lot of the creators are going over to Steve's Mega Mimo meetup on Saturday night. So if you're going to that, chances are you're going to see a lot of familiar faces as well. I still am scrambling to try and get a project for his Make-A-Wish auction. Can I sign one of your cutting boards and then I'll call it a Nick Ferry cutting board?
And we'll just cross it off. Just cross that off and right, Nick Ferry right there.
There you go. There you go. But that should be fun. So if anyone's just going, oh, and then I should have noted too, if you're going and you're only picking one day, I think most of the creators are going to be there on Saturday. Steve Ramsey is only going to be there on Saturday, and then also Frank Haworth is only going to be there on Saturday. So if you're looking to see Steve in particular or Frank, plan on Saturday. So yeah,
I'm excited.
I am. I'm kind of like a kid in a candy store right now. It's woodworking shows are. I'm kind of a junkie for that, anyways. I go to a lot of the woodworking shows, and just to hang around some of the vendors and get to see some of their newest, latest, and greatest stuff, and it should be fun.
Yeah, I went last year, and I still can't believe it's already the next time already, because this year went by super fast, and I had so much fun last year, and that weekend went by way too fast, so I can only imagine that this is going to go by even more way too fast.
Yeah.
Until next year.
And like I said, I'll mention those saw blades again because I'm actually really pumped about that. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this community. I really am. It's just such a supportive community. It's just, from viewers to creators and back and forth, it's just awesome. And those saw blades, Matt is picking them up, 10 of them we're going to have for silent auction. All you got to do is go to videowoodworkers.com. You can live anywhere in the world. Keep in mind, you got to pay the shipping, so try and remember that. But you fill out the little form, put your name, your email, and what's the most amount of money you'd want to bid on it. And then you click submit. And we'll be picking the top 10 bidders. And when does it end, Matt? I know it's a Friday.
Next Friday, October the 2nd at midnight.
Central Standard Time. Okay.
So is that, well, that's kind of confusing. So is that like the Thursday morning, or is that like 11:59 Friday night?
That is like 11:59 Friday night. Maybe I'll go over there right now. I am heading over there as we speak. Now it's going to end a minute early. So you guys know.
Let's roll it back 1 second.
Exactly. So.
Oh, Mark said I should take a slab with me. I don't have any room in Dima's car. I've already used up all the space and then some for all the prizes. So thank you, Dima, for the space in your car for all this junk. Not junk, but stuff.
Are you guys not riding together? I thought you were taking your truck.
No, he's driving because he gets better mileage in the car, right?
Oh.
Well, I guess he likes driving and he likes his car. I'm not gonna deprive him of that opportunity to just drive all the way there in his vehicle. So
what a good
limited space, but I can start tying stuff to the hood or something.
I just looked it up. 10-inch saw blade to Germany is 7.5 stickers. You know what? If some stickers ended up in any of those bids, I couldn't guarantee that they would, but you never know. I mean, if we have some stickers laying around, I'm sure it doesn't end, but that'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty pumped. I'm really, really excited for this whole thing. Like I said, meet. I don't know. I don't even know how to. Words can't describe it.
I'm gonna get to see you again.
I got to do a shameless plug, although it involves you.
Oh no!
If you guys haven't checked me out on Instagram,
yeah, I'll allow this.
All right, on my Instagram, you just look under Nick Ferry Builds. I asked Matt a question in video format on my Instagram probably about an hour ago, and you guys will just have to check that out. I don't know if Matt knew what was coming, but either way.
I didn't until you told everybody about it on Periscope.
Steve in the comments just said, flying in from Portland, Oregon. Super excited for the show.
Awesome.
Sweetness, man.
Awesome.
That is really cool. I mean, a couple people had emailed me and asked like what we think like the turnout's going to be. And Matt, you can guess on that too. I have no idea.
I have no idea, but I'm excited about the people who have told me so far they're attending. I'm happy with that. So I don't know, but I'm excited.
KRT Wood asks, yeah, who's bringing the monkey suit for Dima? I remember that discussion months ago, but I can't remember it in specific terms.
I'll let him know he has to go get one.
All right. Maybe he could even test it and break it in and drive down there while wearing it.
Oh man, that's
how
gonna
long
be great.
Is it drive for you, Matt?
Well, we are driving. It's 6 hours, but we're driving past Kansas City to Springfield to go to Grizzly, to the showroom there, so Dima can buy some jointer knives.
Sweet. I thought you were stopping off somewhere else too.
Very attentive. I am going to be stopping in Des Moines at the Woodsmith store, which I've never been to before, and since I'm driving through, it's there. Also Krispy Kreme, because Dima wants donuts.
What day and time are you going through the Woodsmith store?
That is Thursday morning. So we're leaving the Twin Cities around 7 in the morning. I think it's like maybe 3 hours to Des Moines, maybe 2.5, somewhere in there. So somewhere around 9, 10 a.m. we'll be in Des Moines, donutting it up and whatchamacallit thing.
Has he never had Krispy Kreme before?
I think he has. He just misses it. There's no Krispy Kreme here. I think this is the Des Moines one is the closest one to Minneapolis. I think that's what he told me. I don't know. I'm not going to argue with the man.
Yeah, you don't argue with donuts. I mean,
you don't argue with Dima and his snack foods.
You know what I don't have in my town that I miss. Speaking of food, you brought it up. It's not my fault. Panda Express orange flavored chicken. I am in love with orange flavored chicken from Panda Express. My wife doesn't know it yet, but if they're open, because we're going to be going through the town that has it at around 10 a.m. If they're open at 10 a.m., I'm having a late brunch of orange flavored chicken on the way to Kansas City. And oddly enough, I don't think my kids would actually debate that one. So.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Oh man.
Let's see here. You might want to stop off in Kansas City and pick up Braxton before you go to Grizzly, says Braxton.
Unless he is checked into his hotel room already where we can stash all the stuff because there's 0 room in this car, then yeah, we could definitely do that.
I will be checked in by then if you do want to dump some stuff off. What day is that? Thursday? What? I might want to hop a ride from you too. I just want to go to Grizzly.
I think we only have one seat because we got Dima and Andy Klein and myself in that car already. I think let's really want to pack it in that back seat. We can do 5.
I might have to fight Braxton.
Because I'm pretty small.
Well, I'm sure we can make arrangements, but yeah. No, that should be pretty cool. Their Kansas City facility is pretty darn big.
Springfield facility?
Springfield, yeah. What when I was going over this, I was originally thinking that it was actually north of Kansas City, and I'm like, sweet, I'll stop on the way. And then how far is it past Kansas City?
I think 2 hours, something like that. It's not a terrible trip. And if you're going that far, you might as well go a little bit extra.
That's
that kind of thing.
That's 4 additional hours.
Oh, it's gonna be a long day for me in the car, but
yeah.
You know what, friends? Woodworking, things we love. It's not like a regular car ride. There's gonna be snack food. Come on.
Sterling is saying he's got the super crew through his truck. There you go, Brax.
So we're all gonna convoy it down there. That might be a good idea. We could all do a little convoy action.
I know you probably already answered. What time on Thursday do you think you're swinging through Kansas City?
That would be around noon ish.
Right. I'm
1 second.
Yeah,
maybe 1 o'clock. Probably 2 because we'll be stopping in Des Moines, so probably 2.
I might be done setting up the booth by then, so maybe I'll have my people contact your people. Maybe we can do lunch.
You're gonna give people the wrong impression. Like there's all these behind the scenes people around here, like running around, like doing all this stuff, setting up the cameras and stuff.
My wife is normally pretty voluntary to help out. She doesn't always, but she's actually kind of feeling like a little bit of a sore throat. So I told her, I said, "Go take some medicine and lay down. I don't want to be on a trip with you. You're all sick."
Oh man.
I see. Some of these names I don't ever know how to pronounce. I mean, they're not names, but
Braxton.
No, DeRosa 43 WAP. C says hello.
Hello there. Welcome.
You try and pronounce it.
They're so 43 WAP.
That's way better than mine.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh man. Do you want to go through the stuff real quick for any of the latecomers, and then we'll just I guess probably call it a show here? Because we got, I know you got some like last minute. Well, not even last minute. We got more booth stuff to finish up.
Yes.
So you are cutting stickers.
I am. I was cutting stickers. The company that made them, they were trying out a new piece of equipment, so the stickers are technically on a roll. So if you're showing up to the show late,
cut your own sticker.
You might be cutting your own sticker.
Bring your own scissors.
No. Don't bring – TSA does not like it when you bring big, sharp implements. But you can bring a saw blade if you check it. But anyways, yeah, for anyone just joining, the handouts, the flyers, the whatever you want – whatchamacallits, those are super awesome. I got everybody's bio on there and headshot. And on the back – our very gracious sponsors, and a coupon code for Rockler as well as Clearview. And so if you're stopping by, snag one of these, and I've got a bunch of those silver metallic markers. If you want anyone to sign it, they can doodly-dee with the doodly-dee.
Doodly-doodle.
And then these bad mamma jammas that I was talking about earlier, if you stop by, you might as well get a sticker. Inaugural event 2015, Kansas City, videowoodworkers.com. But anyways, yeah, those are cool. Somebody had asked if I think it was Mike or Mike, can you purchase the stickers? Maybe.
If there's leftovers, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. But we were really hoping that, like, if you're having a sticker collection, it's kind of a roadmap of places you've been. So they might only be available at the show. And then, like I said before, Matt had me print up a bunch of these enter to win things for people to fill out. What would those have been for, Mr. Cremona?
From our sponsors, we have, from Craig, we got 2 of these, the K4 kits. And we also have the, what was this called? The DIY project kit. So that comes with the ripping apparatus for breaking sheet goods down with your circular saw. You got a pocket hole jiggy duty, and you got a shelf pin jig for drilling those little shelf pins. So you can make all kinds of fun little projects with that one kit. And then from Rockler, we have a whole slew of things. The biggest thing is the T-track table, and it's fully loaded. It comes with, like, I'm pretty sure they gave us like every single accessory that they have that is compatible with that table. And I'll tell you this much, it's a lot of stuff. I picked it up myself from their headquarters, and it was not light. So, Rockler, you're welcome. I saved you some freight cost. Enjoy that. In all honesty, though, we have the T-track table, the fully loaded T-track table, along with a few other implements of theirs that you could also enjoy throughout your shop, such as the bandy clamps, the silicone glue kit, a dust right separator, and I think everything else is for the T-track table. Oh, and the mixing mate for your mixing your finishes and your paints. We'll have those. And then Clearview is doing the, oh boy, these guys, the CVO6s, the little mini cyclones for separating stuff from your shop vac, probably, or other things you would want to separate. Dust, dirt, I don't know, marbles, Demon did marbles. Whatever you want to, take out of your Airstream with that little guy right there. Works great. And it looks like an actual cyclone. So if you don't know the scale of what you're looking at, it could be a full-size dust collector. Who knows?
And that is really cool that we were, if you're going to make the trip, we contacted these sponsors. They didn't, they obviously didn't contact us. If you're going to make the trip, we wanted to have some fun things to be able to give you a way to say thanks for stopping in. And so there's a lot of cool stuff. And somebody had mentioned, David R. had mentioned that I showed the coupon codes. So
please use those.
Use them.
Use them as much as possible.
Go ahead and use them. The Rockler coupon code is BG022. And that is good until 10/31 of this year. And that's for 15% off your entire order. And it just excludes the sale or MAP items, MAPP items. But again, that is BG022. Clearview Cyclones, their coupon code is WIA 2015, WIA 2015, and that's good for 10% off of your entire order, excludes sale items as well. But no, if you are buying from these guys, use the coupon code. Use it, because then that shows them that we have an impact to say, hey, listen, we appreciate it. And they're like, hey, these video woodworkers, man, they actually are they're supporting us and we're supporting them, and it's just a big support. It's the boost. But anyways, no, that is really cool. What else? I was going to mention, the saw blades. I'll let you mention that this time.
The thing you're most excited about?
Yeah.
Nick is very excited. We are going to be having a whole set, by set I mean 10 10-inch circular saw blades, and we're going to see how many of the participants how many of the participants will be signing it. So we'll get them all signed by as many of the participants as possible, and then we'll be auctioning those off on the Video Woodworkers website. That auction is actually already open, so if you'd like to head over there, you can take a look at that. It is a silent auction, so you enter whatever your bid amount is. The top 10 highest bids will win, and we'll contact you to let you know you won. You are responsible for the shipping costs on top of whatever your bid amount is, and that bidding goes until Friday, October 2nd, 11:59 p.m. Central Time. Did I miss anything?
I
probably did.
Touched on the shipping. It's open worldwide. I'm excited about it because I know that not everybody can go to Kansas City this weekend and meet everybody at the show, and some people can't fly, and some people are out of the country, and it's not feasible. So I thought that was just a killer idea. If you cannot attend the show in person and you want to take a part of the show home with you, like I said, we're going to try and get as many people in the booth as possible. No guarantees at this point of how many of the guys we can get to sign it, guys and ladies.
We can guarantee you something. I will guarantee you that I will be signing them all.
I will sign them all as well.
Yeah, but a 2-person guarantee right here. You saw it here.
Yeah.
At least have 2 signatures on those plates.
I think the price just went down. But anyways, as soon as they are signed, I will, like Saturday evening, Sunday morning, I will try and snap a picture of them, get them up right on the website. But yeah, if you go to videowoodworkers.com, the auction ends, Friday, October 2nd, Matt? He's busy taking a picture.
I'm taking the pictures. Yes, Friday, October 2nd, 11:59 p.m. Get your bids in before then.
Yep. And yeah, we'll contact you, and wherever you live in the world, once we contact you, we'll get your address. We'll get a shipping calculated out, and you know, you can PayPal the money. You don't have to have a PayPal account, just any major credit card, and yeah, there you go.
This is gonna be so much fun.
And KRT Woods and Dima are going back in the comments about that. And, yeah, fun.
I guess
but no, or like I said before, if you're attending, we got the idea through one of these live events. One of the viewers had said, if I bring a saw blade, would you guys sign it? And I'm like, I'm down. I got no problem. I don't know why anyone would want me to scribble all over it, but yeah, why not? So, and the one thing we did miss, I mentioned it the first time, but the money goes to paying for some of the expenses to the actual booth. It's pretty costly and all that.
Booth is not free.
Yes, if there's any money left over, hopefully we can fund more of these events, because I've had a lot of people go, oh, hey, when are you going to do this on the East Coast, or you're going to do this in Florida or down south anytime, and or even like I've had a couple people from Canada or Germany or England.
So awesome.
Who knows? Maybe they'll allow me to have a passport once again. I am only joking. Yeah, no, it should be a real killer time. And like I said, Matt's going to be bringing a couple cutting boards, or I should say, as you said. I'll have some stickers. I don't know if I'll have anything for sale, but yeah, super cool.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Other booth participants will have stuff as well, depending on what they have. Feel free to ask them what they're bringing. They might have T-shirts, or they might have stickers to give away, or whatever. That's their prerogative, what they want to do. But they'll at least be there to say hi.
And speaking, and like I said, meeting the viewers, and that is just going to be a killer time. But speaking of that, like Chim is out in the comments section right now, and I know how to pronounce his name because he commented on my video, and I asked. So this is an awesome community. It really is. Can you tell I'm excited? This excitement will slowly dwindle tomorrow morning when I have to hop in the car with my kids and wife. But I'm gonna get it. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. You got anything else to add, Matt? I kind of take over these shows, even though it's not my channel.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah,
no, that's fine. That's all good, buddy. I got nothing really else. That's about it for me. Just I'm really excited. I'm gonna be there. Gonna meet people. I don't know. I got a fun little road trip ahead of me on Thursday. That's about it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a heck of a drive, but we'll see. We're stopping in. Where is it? Dubuque.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if anyone in the comments says there's anything cool in Dubuque. Let me know. That's not quite halfway for me, but like I said, my wife doesn't know. She's probably wanting to eat there. She doesn't know that we're going to be stopping shortly before to get some Panda Express. But.
Yeah, I was going to say, when's that happening?
Cool.
That's a good question here real quick from Real Tool Reviews. How many woodworking shows do you guys go to each year? I've only been to Woodworking America once, and that was last year. And I'm going again this year, so I guess once a year now. But before that, never.
I have a couple local woodworking shows like that. They'll have at high schools, and they'll have like a local woodworking club that'll put on. I try to go to those just to kind of see some of the projects guys have been working on. They typically hold those once a year, maybe twice. I don't get to those every year. But then as far as like the woodworking show, there's one that they do every year, in Milwaukee. And I've been to that, I want to say 3 times, something like that. And yeah, I don't go every year, but yeah, it should be fun. This will be my first year for WIA.
It's going to be a blast.
Yep. And hopefully they allow us back maybe someday. I've never been kicked out of Kansas City.
I didn't think about that. Oh, now I'm gonna have that in the back of my mind. It's gonna be holding me back.
We got. Let's see. I'm gonna run down the list because I just saw David Pachuto hop in. We'll go to Dima first because I saw Dima was out there in the comments section. We got a little Dima action right here on that brochure.
Look at that guy.
I see Mr. Pachuto out there as well. So yeah, good stuff. So yeah, it should be a really, really cool time, and man, I'm looking forward to it. The year, because we kind of were planning this for almost a year. It went by real quick. Imagine how quick the weekend's gonna go.
Oh, I know. I'm not. That's the one thing I'm not looking forward to is the Sunday drive home. And it was like, how is it already Sunday?
Yeah.
It's over. I gotta wait again until next year.
But you got a beautiful wife and child to get home to, so that's always good. I was forced to take mine with me.
Better watch out. She could be listening.
Yeah, she probably is.
Not enough of that sleeping going on.
Oh, and I just had a heck of a week too. And I'm hoping for a unexpected journey, like a fairly smooth sailing. Because for those of you that don't know, my car was leaking oil on Sunday morning, and so it had to be Monday brought into the dealership. Luckily, they fixed it on Monday, and so we've had it all day today. And then, I mean, just stuff was going wrong. It's like, man, when it rains, it pours. So in case, like my razor broke, my electric razor. So if I look a little scruffy.
Oh yeah, real scruffy, more than usual.
I shave at least 3 or 4 times a year, Matt.
Oh man.
Awesome. Well, we've been going for 40 minutes. I don't know if you want to do a recap or just keep, whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
We did another recap and see if anyone happens to have any random questions for us, because those are always fun to answer, especially with you. I never know what you're going to say. Could be anything that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, I'll do a real quick recap, because I don't know.
Tell me, Nick, who is going to be there? Because I have no idea. I've never even heard of half these people. Where am I going to find them?
I'm just going to read off the list so I don't forget anybody. Frank Howarth. We got a latecomer into the booth, which is awesome. Frank Howarth is going to be there. One and only April Wilkerson is going to be there. Your gracious host this evening, Matthew Cremona, is going to be there. I, myself, and I am going to be there, Nick.
Are you cast after me on that card?
I literally put these on here randomly. It was like 2 in the morning, and I'm surprised I spelled that. But David Picciuto is going to be there. Steve Ramsey, Lainey Shaughnessy, Jimmy DeRista, Steve Carmichael, Bob Claggett, Drew Short, Chris Shea, Jay Bates, Jack Howling, and Dima Gamayunov. And then for those that might just be joining, Mr. Carl Jacobson, woodturner extraordinaire. Unfortunately, due to a family emergency, is not going to be able to attend. He felt really, really bad about it. And I said, no, man, family's important, man. You got to take care of family first. So he's going to be staying home. But super, super stand-up guy. He's like, I feel bad. He sounds like he's going to make a video, turn a project, and then auction it off on the Video Woodworkers website. So stay tuned if that culminates and all that good stuff.
So Nick, if I didn't know who any of those people were, how would I go about finding their channels or more information about them?
You would go to videowoodworkers.com. As cheesy as this is, and yes, it's cheesy.
I love it.
Well, I want to say first and foremost that we don't script this. I'm not a cheesy writer. I'm cheesy while I'm alive. Sure.
While you're alive.
But I'm not a cheesy writer. But yeah, videowoodworkers.com for all the information. Everybody's website, if applicable, is over there. Everybody's YouTube channel is over there. There's 3-4 of their really super videos over there. And if you sign up for that email newsletter, that way you'll be caught up on all that stuff. So. And we got the saw blade auction is right there on the homepage. All you gotta do is click on the saw blade itself, and just tons of stuff, and tons of stuff being given away at the show. And then we were doing a recap, so you get the stickers, the inaugural event 2015 Kansas City VideoWoodworkers.com stickers. I'm actually excited about those too, because with these sticker collections, limited edition. Super limited edition.
Yeah, okay. Got a whole roll of them.
Yeah.
Cut your own.
I'll be sending a scissors down to Kansas City.
I have a pair somewhere. Hey.
Jim just said that we are way better than anything on TV right now. Thank you, Jim.
I don't know what's on TV right now, so that could be a compliment or not.
I canceled cable probably 2 years ago. Man, I love YouTube way more than cable as well. So
I think I'm like 6 years out right now.
That you canceled cable?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Heavy Boxes says, I hope you all have fun at WIA. Joe B says, bummer. I was looking forward to meeting Carl. Yeah, I was as well. But yeah, I told him right off the bat, it's, man, family first. And he's a super stand-up guy. That's awesome that he's like, hey, man, at least I'll turn a project. That way somebody's got a chance to get one of my projects. You guys just talk. They do not answer the comments, says DeRosa. And he said what his name was. I thought it was, I'm going to go with Andrew. But
No, that's wrong.
You're scrolling, but that's you're cheating. You're scrolling back to see what he said.
Anderson. No. Is that what he said? Yep, Anderson. Anderson.
I thought of Anderson, Indiana, right?
Yeah.
When he said that. So I should have correlated better. Sorry, Anderson.
Yeah, sorry for missing any of your comments. We were busy laughing.
Yeah. Mark asked, why don't I cut through the stickers on my bandsaw? I totally debated that. I just think I'm real picky, and they're going to be fuzzied edges. I don't like that.
I use a table saw, crosscut sled. I hear you have a crosscut sled.
I do have a crosscut, a mighty, mighty fine crosscut sled.
You know, you could miter those.
Miter the stickers? You know what? That would make an interesting video. Me with a roll of these stickers, 1,000 of these stickers. I put it through at such an angle, I don't clamp it down right, and it hits the table saw blade and shoots the roll up like your toilet paper in a house. And be like, oh, well, I guess you're going to have to be picking them up off Nick's floor now.
And they get stuck to everything.
Yeah.
Somehow they get like disconnected from the paper backing and they go flying and they land perfectly in different spots all over your shop.
And Matt, it finished up the recap. You said you were bringing some stuff possibly for sale.
I'll have some of my cutting boards. They'll be in my hotel room. If you really want one while we're there, I will sell you one. And I'll also have one for the thing on Saturday, the Mimo meetup thingy, the charity auction.
So there you go. He'll be selling it out of his hotel room. Just go to the penthouse suite, I believe.
Yes. Hit that PH button in the elevator, and you'll take you right to my front door there.
Knock 3 times on the elevator door and use the secret password Cremona knows better.
Sam had a question. I see you giving away Craig jigs. Matt, do you ever use pocket holes?
You can be honest.
This side of my assembly table right there, that is pocket holed onto the main piece there. That's pocket hole, and my lumber cart or my sheet goods cart, that's pocket holed together, and that's it. I think I use it like once a year, ish.
Well, there you go. You've at least used them.
I have. Yep. The only thing I use less now is my biscuit joiner.
I don't. You know, in all honesty, I don't use pocket holes a ton. But the Craig K5 that Craig gave me as part of the giveaway, I think that thing is really nice. I had the clamp on. I don't know if that's what is that, the K3?
I don't know. I've got the little baby single hole
on my own years ago. They have their place. I mean, I don't hand cut dovetail everything, but
me neither. I don't know what you're talking about. Saw some Morrison 10 in here somewhere.
Jared had a question. I'll let you take, Matt. Why no Izzy Swan?
Izzy is not attending just because of family reasons.
Yep.
Changed. Like, just didn't. Just couldn't make it.
He recently had a baby as well. So I mean, we got to respect that. And I have 2 kids of my own, and man, that's all you want to do is spend the hours with them once they're born. It's crazy, but that's just.
I think I'm lucky where my son was born like early enough where it's like there's enough time here. Like it's been 9 weeks by the time we go. So I think that's any sooner I probably wouldn't want to go, but I think it's a good time for me to get out.
Yeah. Keith said just because I'm saying. I was reading it to make sure it was appropriate. It totally is, but I'll ask it to Matt, and I don't know if you read the punchline yet, but why does the greenish soft hardwood have a lot of friends?
Because it's funny.
Because it's poplar.
Oh, man.
Question saying, why no Matthias Wandel? Matthias just wasn't going to make the trip for whatever reasons, personal. He's part of the the website and everything, and he contributed, and he's been a supporter too. So definitely props to Matthias for that, but he didn't make the journey. Matthias is in Canada. Jack Howling, and who else is Jack Howling's from Canada? He's going to make it. I know there's a couple people from out of the country that are going, which is super cool to see. Mark Christopher, another content creator, is coming. That's it's some of these people flying all over. I feel bad that I got to drive, but
I flew last year, so I'm driving this year.
But this way, my children can see what Dubuque looks like at 65, 75 miles an hour.
And other places.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying if there's any other questions, I don't see a whole lot of them. Somebody had recommended a barbecue joint. I don't scroll back up because then I get lost in the comment section, or else I get.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of barbecue action. Seems like a barbecue.
Yes. I like to eat. I actually don't eat tons. I mean, I don't eat high volumes, but I'm a connoisseur of tasty victuals. And Matt knows firsthand that I am a sushi connoisseur.
You do like the sushis, that's for sure. That's all I heard. Oh, we're going for sushi? All right, let's get out of here. I don't care what we're doing.
I think I was at Matt's like maybe 4 days. I think we had
Screw
sushi.
this collaboration. I'm done filming today. We're going to get sushi. That's why we got like half a video done and a whole 3 days you were here.
Oh, Ben repeated himself about Casey Joe's It's the Best. I will definitely I'll look into that for sure. I'm not even joking. And then Crystal said, what about Wood Whisperer?
He just had a baby. He's going to spend time with the family.
Yeah, I knew quite a while ago. Mark had told us that he pretty much knew he was not going to attend. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the hard part is, you not only because, WIA picks the date, but then trying to get 15, 16, 18 people to not have a function going on. I know there's a good friend of mine that lives in Kansas City that can't go because his daughter is getting married, or his son-in-law, or is something soon to be. And I'm like, that just happens. Although I did joke around with him, I said, well, maybe you could sneak out for a little bit while they're. I don't think that would go over too well.
Oh, man.
WIA tailgating. That's a good idea.
So I want to say thank you, Michael Ball. Thank you. Appreciate that.
What did he say?
Oh, I'll read it to you. Oh, wait. Crap. I scrolled. It's gone. Oh, no. This is why you don't do this.
Yeah, see, it goes.
Michael said, thank you for your dedication, Matthew. It shows in all you do, and your son is in for a terrific life. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's a super awesome comment. And yeah, you are dedicated. I've seen your work firsthand because, I mean, videos and pictures really only can do it a certain amount of justice. And it's beautifully, beautifully crafted stuff. It really is.
Thank you. Thank you as well.
But yeah.
Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do have one of your cutting boards.
Oh, yeah, you did paint one of my projects for me. I appreciate that. That was very helpful. I have to do that myself.
Beautifully crafted cutting board. But yeah, that's another shameless self-promotion. If you want to tell the story, go right ahead. If not, it doesn't matter to me. But it was fun to paint one of your projects.
Yes, if you go to my channel page, you scroll down to the bottom to the playlist that says Matt on Other Channels, and you watch Nick's video called My Henka Dovetail Journey. Yep, watch that one, and make sure you watch to the very end because you're in for quite a funny surprise right there.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it. That way we're not giving a spoiler alert. But yeah, thank you for that little shameless self-promotion.
You're right there on my channel page. You've always had that promotional spot.
Aww.
In a sense.
I should print off a bucket lid shirt and bring it to you.
Oh man. Oh boy.
You know what? My wife has been packing all night. I gotta go make sure she packed my Cremona t-shirt.
I gotta bring mine. I think I got one in the wash. I gotta wash.
Well, if it's in the wash, you shouldn't have to wash it.
Fine. It's in the wash queue.
Oh, in the queue.
AKA that laundry bin, laundry hamper.
That's one of those words that's sometimes tough to spell.
And inaugural?
Okay, so I'm a stickler. You know that I like using some rather unique words or not necessarily everyday words.
How does that make you a stickler?
I have no idea. I was just inserting stickler.
So you're using the word stickler incorrectly or just obscurely, like not even whatever.
Pretty much. But I was debating this, and I'm like, you know what? The pluralization of octopus. And my kid was calling it octopuses. And I'm like, when he first said it, I'm like, that doesn't. So I'm like, octopi. Just go with that. Why not? I have no idea. I'm just shooting from the hip. Your dudes, there's a Peter Venkman scale of dirty laundry. I love the Peter Venkman scale of dirty laundry, the old sniff test. Although my wife questions how clean my clothes are if I smell too good. She's like, what'd you do, spray cologne on that shirt? It's completely up to you, obviously, but we should probably almost end this soon if we have any chance of people wanting to watch this after the fact, because I think we're probably pushing an hour at this point.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we are at about an hour. So let's one last time for real this time. Do a round.
Okay.
Bobber will do it real quick. One last wrap up, and then we'll head off because you and I both have prep work to do because booths don't put themselves together. Do they? Do they, Nick?
Well, we thought they did, but we totally got ripped off by that self-putting together booth mechanism. But it was only 29 payments of $39.99. I digress, Cosmo. They wanted me to digress at some point.
Oh, good. As if you have been digressing this whole time.
My life is a digression into attention deficit. It really is. The handouts, the flyers, it's got everybody that will be in attendance. A couple, like I said, just one person on there so far that I'll get to that. So anyways, we got everybody's headshot and bio on there, and I'll just run down the list real quick here. Got Frank Hullworth, April Wilkerson, Matt Cremona, myself, Nick Ferry, David Picciuto, Steve Ramsey, Laney Shaughnessy, Jimmy DeRista, Steve Carmichael, Bob Claggett, Drew Short, Chris Shea, Jay Bates, Jack Howling, Dima Gama-Yunov, and the excellent wood turner, Carl Jacobson, unfortunately due to family reasons, is going to be unable to attend. But my thoughts and prayers to him, and just take care of your family. Also, coupon codes from a couple of the sponsors. We had Rockler, Craig, and Clearview, and I can do if you guys want to rewind or whatever. There are the coupon codes. I think it's BG022 for Rockler, and then for Clearview, it is WIA 2015. You can actually go ahead and use those coupon codes right away. And so we have that for the handout, the flyer, and then the inaugural 2015 Kansas City VideoWoodworkers.com sticker, which I was just goofy and did that the first time, but I think now it's the third time.
That's the thing to do with those now.
Pow! So yeah, if you're into the sticker swapping, collecting, might only be available at the show. So pick one of those up. They're free. We'll just give them to you. That's awesome. I mean, small way of us to say thank you for stopping out and all that. And then Mr. Cremona here had me print out these enter to win. Enter your name, phone, and email. And no, we do not sell your information. But why did I have to print those out, Matt?
Because we want to sell your information.
we have just as much as
we have giveaways. If you come see this at the booth and you fill out one of them little slippy things there, we do not use them for anything. We'll probably burn them afterwards because we're gonna probably have a bit of a wild and crazy party afterwards. We're gonna need something flammable. So those are going to work out pretty well for that. Anyway, we're going to do a drawing there. Nick, why don't you tell them when that drawing is real quick?
The drawing is going to be held Saturday afternoon before the show closes because, oh, and by the way, to get into to come see us at the booth, $10 at the door or $8 online. It's just the general admission tickets. If you want to take some of the classes, you can pay additional monies for that. But just to come to the general marketplace, $8 online, $10 at the door, and it runs Friday and Saturday. Some of the classes go into Sunday. The marketplace and the booth does not. But yeah, we'll be drawing for all the prizes and notifying you Saturday afternoon.
How will you be notifying them?
Via phone and or email.
Very good. I will continue with the prizes selection that we have arranged. Craig has provided 2 of the K4 Craig jig kits. These little guys right here. I got 2 of those guys. We've also provided a DIY project kit. This fancy looking guitar looking thing right here. Couldn't help it. We got the rip cut, which is a thing for, you know, breaking down sheet goods and stuff with your circular saw. You also have a little pocket hole jig dealy there, and you got a shelf pin jig. So you can make some, you know, cabinets or bookshelves or any of, where are they? Any of these fine projects are possible with this kit. So that's a cool little thing you could win. That's neat. I liked that. And our friends at Rockler is providing a fully loaded T-track table. Is that right? T-track table?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I don't know why that sounded weird, but they're providing a fully loaded T-track table with the T-track table, the stand, and I'm pretty sure they are giving every single possible compatible accessory to this thing because there's a lot of stuff.
It's over $750 worth of retail on what they're giving away with just the one prize.
Yeah, that's the main grand prize package. And if you want to see more about that and exactly what comes with it and what it is, if you're not familiar with it, head over to the Video Woodworkers website. There's a picture of it, and there's a listing of everything that comes with it and all that fun stuff. They are also providing a few other things that go separately, and I got to find them in my list here. A few pairs of the bandy clamps, the mixing mate paint lids for mixing up finishes and having a little pour thing. That thing was pretty sweet. The silicone glue kits, a few of those. Let's see here, a dust right separator, and the universal hose kit, so you can use your dust collector, your shop vac, whatever, with all of your different size dust ports on all of your stuff. I believe one of our members, David Pachuto, did a very, very humorous and somewhat inappropriate video about that piece of equipment, and I still watch it periodically to this day when I'm feeling a little bit down in the dumps. So thank you, David, for doing that for us, your viewers. All right. Clearview is providing a few of these guys right here. It is a CV06 Mini.
CV06.
Oh, I'm sorry. I flipped it back and forth. Mini CV06. These guys right here, the clear mini cyclone dealies for separating whatever you have in your Airstream from your Airstream. Dust, dirt, molecules, whatever.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. So those are the prizes. Make sure you stop by, fill out a little card, and it'll be given away on Saturday in the afternoon. Yeah.
All right, and the one that I was most excited about, we had, in fact, in one of these live shows, we came up. One of the viewers of the live show had the idea to, if they were coming, if they could bring a saw blade and have us all sign it. I'm sure most of us would be more than willing to do so. And so, if you're attending in person and you got something in particular, maybe you want a sustainer, signed, a saw blade, a Sharpie.
I got my Sharpie.
How are you going to sign the Sharpie with the Sharpie? It doesn't bend over on itself. That's neither here nor there. I digress.
Once again.
But so we're having 10 saw blades, 10-inch table saw blades. And we're going to try and get everybody that's participating in the booth to sign them. and they are up for silent auction at videowoodworkers.com. They are up right now. Obviously, the blades haven't been signed yet, so we don't have a picture. But as soon as they're signed, I am going to put a picture over there on the website. And so in case you weren't able to attend the show in person, yet you want to take away something from the show, that's your chance to do it. So go over to videowoodworkers.com, and you can bid on that. It's a silent auction. You just put your name, your email, and then whatever you want to pay. And the top 10 bids will then be contacted, and they're responsible for the shipping. It's open worldwide, so keep that in mind when you put your bid in. That if you live in China or Germany or Japan, that it's going to be a lot more to ship it than if you live in, I don't know, Kansas.
Or you can pick it up from whoever has it.
When does that close, Matt?
You have until October 2nd at 11:59 p.m. to place your bid for one of those signed 10 of a kind saw blades. And Nick,
yes,
what, pray tell, is happening with all this cash money from these saw blades?
The millions and millions and millions of dollars that will be raised from these 10 saw blades. I'm obviously saying that in jest. It's to help fund not only this year's show, but to possibly help fund future shows. We've been getting a lot of people asking, hey, when is this going to be on the East Coast or down south or this state or my town? Or hopefully this goes over real well. Hopefully we get a lot of participation and everybody has just an awesome time. And, maybe we can find ways in which to have equal size shows in different cities, or maybe smaller shows, maybe more regionally or locally to other people. So this is kind of our litmus test to see how much of a response we get and how many people we get to turn out. So yeah.
I love it.
There we go.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. That was from, I forget what movie Rodney Dangerfield was in when Sam Kinison goes, good answer. Anyways. You never want to really know what's going on up here. You really don't.
Yeah, that's true. There was a question up here somewhere. I'll do that scroller thing again. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sean wanted to know about the bad axe saws. Yes or no? I say yeah, if you got the money. It's the best saw you could possibly buy. Let me just back up a second. So this saw performs, I would say it probably performs as well, or it's pretty comparable to that Veritas saw that Dima has. And I think those are what, $60, $70 or something like that?
79, I think.
Okay, so yeah, under $100. These start at $225. The difference here is these are all handmade, and you're able to customize them to whatever specs you want. Not only just cosmetically, but also the thing that I like the most about it is the handle. You can customize the handle to fit your hand exactly. So if you're like me and you have really tiny hands, my hands are 3 inches from here to here. So any saw handle is way too big for me anyway. And to have a saw handle that fits perfectly in your hand makes this tool a lot more of a pleasure to use. And I guess the same thing could be true for someone with a big giant hand. If your hand doesn't fit on here and you're holding it like with one hand because that's all you can get on there, that's not going to be as great of experience either. So I think if you're looking at it from that standpoint, this is like your only option is to go handmade, customized like that. But as a saw itself, performs amazingly well. Way better than that thing you brought over here. That's for sure.
I agree. I bought I think it was $12 dovetail saw on Amazon just to kind of compare. Use the Bad Axe saw that Matt has, and then I also got to use the Veritas one that Dima has. And the $12 Amazon, I ended up in my video using that to cut a sub sandwich because that's about all it was good for.
I thought of you today because I went to Jimmy John's with Lindsay. I thought of that video. I'm like, I forgot my saw, and now I gotta eat the sub whole because I don't have any way to cut it.
Nice. But the Veritas saw, I would say, for its price point, I would say, and I don't know, Matt, you can weigh in. It gets you about 90% there of like quality and fun, ease of use.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely. This is diminishing returns for sure, big time. But if you want a saw handle, I mean, I think I've been thinking about this one a lot lately because people have been asking me about these saws and if they're worth it and all that stuff, and that's really the selling point for me when I think about it. Not only it's a nice saw, I know it's handmade. It's made in La Crosse, Wisconsin, which is where I went to undergrad. It's where I met my wife, so it holds that value as well for me personally. But as a saw itself, the major selling point is the fact that you have a handle fit to your hand. You can't get that really anywhere else unless you're doing it's other custom saw companies, but this one is quite nice.
I agree. I got to use it, and like you said, Matt had it made to his hand, so I have bigger hands. So even with my hand not being a little uncomfortable with his because it was sized to him, it's still cut like a dream. I mean, like an absolute dream. And yeah, like you said, La Crosse, Wisconsin. I mean, that's near to both of us, and just a small family-owned company. So
yeah, when I bought mine, he was still making them out of his basement.
Yeah,
he's got a shop now, but he was making these out of his basement, so that's pretty sweet. Sean asked another question. Dovetail or carcass? This is the dovetail saw, and for the majority of my work, this makes crosscuts just fine. I mean, I'm not doing any real if I was doing a lot of finishing cuts, this probably be a little bit too rough of a surface, but really it gives a fairly clean surface for being a rip saw on the crosscuts. So I don't know. Depends what you're doing with it, but
yep. And I mean, is that I'm not an expert in that type of woodworking, but I would imagine that a rip saw is going to have a larger set to the teeth because you're removing pearls versus crosscut. Is that?
Yeah, it's a geometry of it. So these have the crosscut's going to have more. The filing is going to be a little different. So the crosscut's going to be more like on a crosscut blade, like an alternating top bevel kind of blade, like on a table saw. Whereas the rip saw is going to be more like a tooth that just kind of pushes the fibers forward.
More of a chiseling action than a.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Will you be selling shirts at WIA? Robert asks.
I have no shirts to sell anywhere. So unless you want the shirt off my back, I will sell that for the right price.
I feel bad about that.
I'm not too worried
because I'm the one designing his shirts, and I think he asked me to do that about 6 months ago or something, or heck, maybe longer. I will get on that as soon as WIA is done. I will get on that.
I know we've both been plenty busy with setting up the booth and all the other stuff, so it's all good.
There you go. Cool.
Oh, let's do some other sweet questions here. I think we could probably call it good, I guess. Again, WIA is this weekend, the 25th through the I forgot already, the 27th.
Another thing. I'm sorry. Before I forget, because I've forgotten this like 10 times. Hashtag WIA 2015. Follow these guys on Periscope, on Twitter, on what. I'm sure people will be Periscoping live. I'm sure people will be Instagramming about it and Facebooking about it. So WIA 2015 is kind of what we asked a lot of the video woodworkers to do. WIA 15, the hashtag, that is the official one for the whole show.
Yeah, so make sure if you're not going to be there, social media is your friend because you'll probably feel like you're there because there's postings about everything that's happening throughout the day on I'm sure every single social media. And now with Periscope, and I'm not sure if anyone's on Meerkat at all, but the live streaming social media things is really coming around these days too. So you'll be able to literally feel like you're there. I wonder if they're having problems with people like live streaming the classes. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. All I know is I actually called my cell phone provider and I doubled my data just for this month because I figure I'll probably Periscope at least twice, and I don't know how good the reception is going to be, but yeah.
Well, we'll be doing something. So if you're following me or following Nick, I'm sure we'll be follow somebody that you know that's going, and you'll probably feel like you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow Sean Rubino on Periscope. He's always on there, Periscope or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume, Sean, you're not going to stop Periscoping because you happen to be in Kansas City or not at home in the desert.
You're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh boy.
You know what? I'll probably be saying that 1,000 times on the way home from the show, and my wife will probably want to throw me out of the car. I'll probably just lean over to her and I'll be like, "You're not in Kansas anymore."
Oh man. That woman must love you.
Yeah. Joe B said, "See you guys all Friday. Safe travels to all." Thank you, Joe.
Looking forward to meeting you, Joe. Should be good. Oh man. All right, so should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, I still got to do a lot of stuff and pack a few things.
So this week, Friday, Saturday, the booth will be there in the marketplace. This show is on Sunday as well. If you have a full conference pass that includes the classes, as I do, I will be there in classes on Sunday morning. What else talking about? Come by the booth, see the creator lineup. Nick, show that card again. Let's see who's on there.
You want me to run down real quick?
I'll just show the camera. I'll click on you. Just show them right there. So you got all these fine folks right there. You can read about their bios, their channels, their information. That's all located at videowoodworkers.com. You can see who they are, what about them, some of their videos, and there'll be links to their channels. And I think their websites are there as well, so you can get and kind of get figured out who's all going to be there if you're not familiar with everyone that is attending. We are going to be having some giveaways. Real quick, I'm going to go through the prizes again really quick. 2 of these guys, the K5 kits, K4 kits, sorry. Two K4 kits from Craig. Craig is also giving this DIY project kit for the giveaway. Rockler is doing the full decked out T-track table, along with a few other things such as some bandy clamps, the silicone glue kits, the mixing mate paint lid pour medealer thingy, a dust right separator, and the universal hose kit. Clearview Cyclones is doing these guys right here, the mini CVO6, the little cyclones that allow you to separate whatever you want from your Airstream. We will also be having a giveaway. Actually, I just talked about the giveaways. Yep. We will also be having the saw blade auction. Nick is the most passionate about that, so he's going to tell you about that.
Well, and I was just going to say, if you're going to the show and you're like, Nick, I want a sticker.
Yes, the inaugural sticker.
Then I'll know that you were watching Matt and I right now. But anyways, the saw blades. If you cannot go to the show, we're going to have 10 10-inch saw blades, table saw blades, that we're going to be auctioning off on videowoodworkers.com. They're up there right now. You can bid on them. The bidding ends this upcoming Friday, the Friday following the show, which is October 2nd. And we're going to try and get as many people in this booth to autograph these saw blades as possible. I know I'm getting an extra saw blade because I want one signed. If you're going to be at the booth, bring whatever you want. If you care to have something signed, bring it. But 10 saw blades on the website. That way, if you can't make it in person, you can at least take a piece of the show home with you.
Hooray.
Hooray, hooray.
Is that everything?
That is.
Was that our whole spiel again?
That is, yeah.
All right, fantastic.
I appreciate everybody watching.
Thank you for stopping in, everybody. It's been fun. And if you're attending, looking forward to meeting you if I haven't met you already. It's going to be a fun time. So thank you all for stopping in. If you have questions or whatever, you can leave me a comment. I think you can put comments on this video. You should be able to. Or you can send me an email, whatever. Again, I'm going to be heading through Des Moines, stopping at the Woodsmith store on Thursday morning. I'll be at Grizzly in Springfield, Missouri. What time? Like 2 in the afternoon sometime. And then I'll be back in Kansas City on Thursday night. So that's my plan. If you're in any of those towns along the way, send me an email and we can meet up and I can meet you there or whatever. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nick, for being here as well. You're a fantastic co-host.
Thank you. I was actually just typing in the comments. They said, thanks, Matt, and thanks, everyone. So.
Good.
So, yes, danke.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Sticker
Inaugural.